frozen sweaty.
Whoa, they had to carry the ark like that huge boat Noah built? Hi there, Kids Planet. We're so excited about the series we're in right now.
Because it's called When Pigs Fly. Doesn't that sound crazy?
When you hear someone use the phrase, when pigs fly, that means that they are talking about something that could never happen.
Right, something as unbelievable as pigs that can fly.
I'm pretty sure they can't. But crazier things have happened.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, to get to the bottom of this debate, we're going to interview some real pigs ourselves.
And ask them the tough questions we've all been wondering, like, can pigs truly fly?
And what their favorite kind of breakfast cereal is.
Vince, no one is wondering that. Pigs don't even eat cereal.
They might. We know they don't eat bacon for breakfast. Which do you like better, the Cowboys or the Chiefs? I think he said the Raiders.
How long do you think it would take you to tie a shoe? That's pretty fast.
Which do you like better, Chick-fil-A or McDonald's?
Do you really like playing in the mud?
If you were a superhero, which one would you be?
Do you think you're better than cows?
Can you fly? Have you ever known any other pig that can fly? Why are we even doing this? They aren't giving us very good answers.
Vince, you didn't actually think the pigs would talk to you, right?
I don't know. I thought that if they could fly, then they could talk too.
That's the point, Vince. They can't fly or talk either.
Well, if God wanted them to, they could.
Okay, I guess you have a point, but that's the only way we'd ever see when pigs fly.
All right, we have exactly 30 minutes for lunch. So grab a brown paper bag and the juice box, find somewhere to sit, and then you're gonna line back up here at 1 o'clock to meet Mr. Johansson for the tour, okay? Snap, snap.
Well, I want to be just like my Uncle Luke. He's the coolest. He's in the Air Force.
My papa is in the Navy and he has a lot of trophies.
Uncle Luke gets to fly these super fast, cool planes.
My mom says that Papa has a pen for saving a bunch of people. He's a hero.
That's pretty cool.
Ava, Devin, looks like they got their lunches and their juice boxes.
Yep,
And what do we think about their ruins so far?
they're pretty cool, I guess.
I think it's fun to learn more about old places like this.
Yeah, the way the walls are crumbling kind of reminds me of a story my papa was telling me about from the Bible.
A story about walls?
Well, it was a story about how the walls of the city came crumbling down.
Yes, Ava, that must be the story of Jericho.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know it very well?
Very well, indeed.
Okay, well then what happens? Was there like an explosion that brought the city walls down?
9.
Whoa, 9 explosions?
Devin, we have talked about this. 9 is no in German. No explosions.
Right. So then what made the walls crumble?
That is the best part. What brought down the walls was very unexpected.
Please tell us the whole story, Miss Weber.
Well, all right, but we will have to be quick.
Yes! Story time and juice boxes on a field trip? Best day ever.
Okay, so put on the thinking caps with me for just a bit. Imagine this. There was a city long, long ago called Jericho. The people of Jericho were afraid of the Israelites, so they kept their city completely shut off. No one was allowed in or out.
Whoa, like with COVID, when none of us could leave the house?
That was the worst. I just wanted to go to soccer practice.
Aye, shush.
Sorry.
Now, where was I? Ah, yes. Then God spoke to a young man named Joshua. He gave Joshua very specific instructions on what would cause the walls to collapse.
Oh, like the things you need to explode stuff, like what Max had for the science fair.
Not quite, Devin.
Well, then what did God tell Joshua to do, Miss Weebner?
You will never guess. Why don't I open up the Bible so that we can see? Okay. Yes, here it is. The Lord said to Joshua, "You and your fighting men should march around the town once a day for 6 days. 7 priests will walk ahead of the ark."
Whoa, they had to carry the ark? Like that huge boat Noah built?
No, not that ark, silly. This ark was a really big, important chest, kind of like a giant box. And they kept super special stuff inside it, like the 10 Commandments.
That is correct, Ava. Very good. Let's keep reading. So, 7 priests will walk ahead of the ark, each carrying a ram's horn.
Wait, ram's horns? Like the football team? My Uncle Colton loves those guys.
No. Don't be ridiculous. It was probably just like a bunch of party horns or kazoos or something.
Well, the ram's horns were like trumpets made from the horns of rams, the animals, and they made very loud noise. Now, are you two ready to listen so that we can continue with this story? We do not have much time left for the lunch.
Okay, we'll be quiet.
Yeah, sorry, Miss Weebner.
Okay, good. Now, where were we? Right. On the 7th day, you are to march around the town 7 times with the priests blowing the horns. When you hear the priest give one long blast on the ram's horns, have all the people shout as loud as they can. Then the walls of the town will collapse. Yes? You have the question?
So, what did Joshua do? Did Joshua and the other people do all that crazy stuff?
Yeah, they didn't really think that blowing a bunch of horns and shouting would bring the walls of the city down, did they?
Right, because that all sounds pretty crazy.
Well, the Bible tells us that Joshua listened to God. He told the people to listen to the instructions very carefully. Listen to this. "Do not shout, do not even talk," Joshua commanded. "Not a single word from any of you until I tell you to shout. Then shout."
So did it work? Ava said the walls came down.
They did.
Is she right?
You have such little patience, boy. Joshua and the Israelites trusted in God's plan. So even though it may have seemed silly or confusing, they listened anyway.
And it worked, right?
Yes, Ava, it worked. You see, God can be trusted with anything. That is why even though the plan may not have made sense to some, exactly what God said would happen, happened. His plan and his instructions can be trusted because, you see, he can be trusted with anything.
I just can't believe that they did the same thing for 7 days. That would be so boring.
True. I hate whenever my mom packs the same thing for lunch all week.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And don't forget they were in the desert under the hot, hot sun too.
Ew! They were probably so gross and sweaty.
Their legs must have been so tired after all that marching.
Nah, they didn't march all that much, just like a day.
And then 7 times on the last day. Don't forget.
Still, I feel like that's pretty easy. Mr. McDonald makes me run more than that in gym class.
Well, if it is so easy for you, Mr. Baker, why don't you run around the ruins 7 times and see how you feel then?
Fine, watch how fast I'll do it too.
And don't forget to shout on the 7th time, okay?
That makes me wonder which one of you would shout louder.
Okay, you're right. It is way too hot out here. Way worse than running laps in PE.
Well, Miss Weebner just asked which one of us could shout louder, and I'm sure it's me.
No way, I can shout way louder than you ever could.
Prove it!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
9 more!
You want us to shout 9 more times?
What did I tell you, Devin?
Remember, 9 means no, silly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, that's enough of that.
So, wait a second. You're saying all the walls fell down just because a bunch of guys were shouting and playing some horns?
Well, I suppose it was a bit more detailed than that, but yes, Devin. God caused the walls to collapse when Joshua and the Israelites obeyed his instructions.
I think the craziest part of that story is Joshua and all the other people listened and did it.
Yes, that is true, Ava.
They probably felt super weird marching around like that for a whole week.
Yes, perhaps, but you see, they knew that God can be trusted with anything. Joshua trusted that what God told him was true, so he did as he was told.
So when God asks me to do something weird, I'll definitely listen.
Even if it's embarrassing or if other people don't understand why you're doing it.
Well, sometimes we don't understand why God may be asking us to do something, but we know.
Let me guess. God can be trusted with anything?
Yes, that's right, Ava.
Even when I don't understand why spelling even matters?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, my tablet tells me when something is spelled wrong anyways.
Oh, you two, always with this sass. You know, God tells us to work hard at everything we do, and that includes this schoolwork, even the things we do not like.
And next you'll probably say I need to listen to my mom more when she tells me I need to clean up my room.
Yeah, we're definitely supposed to listen to our parents.
That is correct, Ava.
Yeah, but that can sometimes be hard for kids. Like, for my friend Josie, her parents are getting divorced, and they just been fighting lately and just never agree.
I'm sorry, Ava, that sounds tough for you and Josie. But even when we are dealing with tough situations like that, we can trust God to help us through it all. He gives us friends to cheer us up when we feel sad. He gives us the church to remind us how He loves us. And so much more too.
Yeah, like Miss Weebner keeps saying, God can be trusted with anything.
Very good, Devin. Excellent work. And it's extra nice to have friends like that can remind you of that when you're feeling down.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey Ava, when we're done with lunch, do you want to play tag in the ruins?
Do we have time, Miss Weebner?
Yes, a bit. I will go check on some of the other kids. Behave yourselves and be sure to be back over here in 9 minutes.
We have no minutes left.
No, Devin. This time she really means 9.
Silly children.
Hearing crazy, awesome stories from the Bible, just like the one we heard today, may sound as crazy as saying a pig could fly. But you can trust that this story is 100% true because God can do anything.